We are back now with a National Teacher of the Year. That's Missy Testerman. She is from Rogersville, Tennessee. We kept her here because we have a very special surprise just for you, Miss Testerman. We have somebody here who wanted to personally come to New York City and say congratulations to you. Could we bring out our special guest, please? We need some trumpets or something. And she's bringing flowers.
Hey.
There she comes.
Hi, Missy.
Dr. Jill Biden, our First Lady. Yeah, how is the campaign going before you
Oh, my
go?
gosh, it's going great. I have been traveling every day that I'm not in the classroom. People are excited, and I really feel like, you know, people know the choice this election. They can choose chaos or they can choose, you know, steady wisdom, experience. So
there's not a part of you that's a little worried because you seem to be off kilter a little bit.
No, I feel that Joe will be reelected.
But when these polls, like the Wall Street Journal one, land in the White House and he's losing in all the battleground states.
No, he's not losing in all the battleground states. He's coming up, and he's even or doing better.
According to the new numbers from the Wall Street Journal, Trump leads Biden in Arizona, Georgia, Michigan, North Carolina, Nevada, and Pennsylvania by figures that are all within the poll's margin of error. In Wisconsin, the survey shows the two candidates tied at 46% each. The poll also finds negative perceptions about the economy remain a problem for Biden. 63% of swing state voters say the U.S. economy overall is not so good or poor condition, while 36% say it's in excellent or good condition.
So, you know what? Once people start to focus in and they see their two choices, it's obvious that Joe will win this election.
All right.
And by the way, say hello to oyster bunnies.
I think this is the first time in a presidential election that I've covered where I'm actually projecting a single congressional district and then it may matter. This is in the state of Nebraska. We've now projected that Donald Trump will win the first congressional district in the state of Nebraska, but Joe Biden will win the second congressional district in the state of Nebraska, picking up one electoral vote in that red state.
Nebraska is one of just two states in the nation to split their electoral votes for presidential candidates. Senator Lauren Lippincott's bill would make Nebraska winner take all again, after it changed in 1992. He says splitting votes dilutes Nebraska's electoral power, and presidential candidates don't come because of it.
However, we're a small state with only 5 electoral votes, and we are no longer one of the few states to hold a primary. And when a presidential candidate does come to Nebraska, it's to Omaha.
Lippincott says he wants more presidential candidates to visit rural Nebraska on the campaign trail.
Why do you want this?
Well, the reason I just said, I'm a rural guy, come from 100 miles west of here.
Is it because you want presidential candidates to come out there?
But when asked by Senator Megan Hunt, would not commit to whether he thinks his bill would actually help.
Do you think that passing LB 764 would result in more presidential candidates visiting Nebraska?
Perhaps.
Do you think that, though?
It's very possible.
Do you think that more candidates will be coming out to rural Nebraska under this bill?
It could very well.
Okay.
Several people testified both for and against the bill. Supporters saying they believe Nebraska should join the rest of the country. Opponents saying a split electoral vote is representative.
The governor there has thrown his support behind an effort that would no longer allocate the electoral votes by congressional district. Because right now, it's 5 votes there. Typically, Republicans get 4, and President Biden, Democrats get the 1 from Omaha.
That's right.
If that changes, and we don't know that it will, the state legislature is going to look at it. But if that changes, that takes away Biden's best path to win. Because if he wins Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Michigan, but loses the other swing states and no longer picks up the 1 in Nebraska, 269. That leads playbook this morning, the alarm among Democrats that this is possible. What do you think?
I think this is what the modern Republican Party has become. They're now changing the rules in the middle, trying to benefit themselves. This is the hell that Donald Trump hath wrought. In the middle of this, changing the rules 200 days before the election is ridiculous.
At least 6 states are preparing to automatically send ballots to every voter this fall. California joining the list last month, citing the pandemic.
I signed an executive order about an hour ago that will allow every registered voter in the state of California California to receive a mail-in ballot.
In Nevada today, for the first time, voters had to mail or drop off their ballots. And in Georgia, the Republican Secretary of State shifting the election to almost entirely by mail, with a record more than 1 million absentee ballots already received.
I think you're right. I think there are real simulation problems. When you look at the map, that one electoral vote really matters in the combination of other things. Then you need another state. Yeah. And so the easiest pathway to victory has always been the Midwestern 3 states combined with Nebraska. Something tells me they're not going to get away with it this easy, and there will be a national outcry if they're trying to change the rules here.
Kujichagulia.